Hi Stampers, welcome to another edition of Nancy at Noon. Well, this week we're buzzing with creativity because we're diving into the enchanting world of Be My Valentine. So this bundle includes the stamp set and it also includes a punch. And we all know how easy cards are to create when you're using a punch, right? Well, stick with me all week. Now, this might look like a Valentine set because it says Be My Valentine, but all this week, we're going to make some really cute cards. We're going to mix up some colors and pattern paper. I'm going to show you how to make a birthday card, a thank you card, Valentine's Day cards, and a sweet surprise. So you won't want to miss that. So yeah, the Be My Valentine stamp set is unbelievably beautiful and cute and versatile. Isn't that corny? Anyway, stick with me. Whether you're a seasoned stamper or you're just starting out, this week's series has something for everybody. So stay tuned, subscribe, leave your comments below, and let's get started. Let's make a card. Hi Stampers! Welcome back to another week of videos. I'm Nancy, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you from Michigan, where it's very cold today. We finally got some snow here. It's our second snowfall, but it's hardly any snow, which is fine with me. But anyways, I am thrilled to kick off a brand new series today, and it's all about spreading the love with our Be My Valentine collection. So it has the stamp set and the punch. And it's not just for Valentine's Day. You can create lots of cards. So stick with me this week, and I'm going to show you a birthday card, a fun little 3D project, and a thank you card. So got a couple of ideas I want to share with you. But today we're going to start with the basics of stamping with this set so I can show you exactly how to use it and the punch. So stick around all week and we'll explore the ins and outs, sharing tips and tricks that will make your crafting journey a breeze. So this is today's card. So it's a pretty little card, but it has all the basics that you're going to need to know to use this stamp set. And then inside it says, "You make my heart buzz." It's such a cute little set. I love it. So let me bring in these supplies. I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet as my card base, and I have a white stamping piece for the inside. Then I have a white layer for the front, and a piece of designer series paper for the front, and another piece of Sweet Sorbet, another piece of white, another piece, a little strip of designer series paper. And I cut this little piece out. This is going to be for our sentiment. And when I cut this out, I used the timeless arrangement dies because there's a lot of little rectangles in here, and it's got a little stitched edging. You can go back and look at all of my videos for the timeless arrangements, but I did use that little die right there. And of course, I will give you the measurements for all of the supplies, but you could always just use, just cut out a little rectangle, and that would be just perfect. And then I have another piece of designer series paper that we're going to use for the little edges right there. So the designer series paper I'm using is called Be Mine. It's 12 by 12, double-sided, and it's got some adorable bee images, really pretty, and lots of beautiful colors. Let me just flip through here. That's the one that we're using today. I like this one, all the little honey jars. Then the other side is a pretty swirly design. And then this one here, we're going to be using this one this week. This has a bunch of bees on it. Kind of goes like that. And then the hearts, pretty hearts. I think that's petal pink and the Sweet Sorbet hearts. And again, there's the flowery paper. This one's pretty. It's just all a bunch of flowers. Oh, and the stripes. And then this one's bringing in the granny apple green. And the other side is has honeycombs. So very pretty paper. You can use it for lots of different occasions. And that's what we're using all this week. So let's start off stamping the bee. He's lots of fun to stamp. And I'm going to use Memento Black ink and Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to bring the solid image in to stamp the bee's body. And whenever you're using a punch, you kind of want to look at the punch to see where your paper is going to land when you cut that out. So I'm going to stamp right down there in fact, I think I'm just going to cut a strip. So I'm going to use this scrap for the bee, and that way when I put it in here, I'm not wasting a lot of extra paper. So again, I'm going to stamp it though right in that corner, and I'm going to stamp the body in Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to bring in my piercing mat and a piece of scrap paper, because that piercing mat helps you get a better image when you're using the photopolymer stamps. Pretty. Isn't that funny? It's a yellow oval, and I said pretty. But it came out really nice. So now I'm going to stamp the stripes in Memento black ink. So all you got to do is look through and line it up. It's pretty easy to do because you can see right through. Of course, I'm a little off center with the camera. And there you go. So that's quite easy. Then we're going to go ahead and stamp a little smiley face on him. Just like that. So the stamp set comes with a couple of different faces. Got a smiley face, a winking face, a little cute smile face there. So you can choose which one you like. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this out, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to do the wings and the antenna. So I'm just going to line them up and punch them out. And we'll save him. Now we're going to do the wings. So what I'm going to do is bring that stamp in and stamp in Memento black ink. And the heart part of the punch is what's going to punch out the wings. So again, I'm looking at where this lands, and I'm going to punch or stamp the wings in that bottom left-hand corner, because it'll fit nicely right in the punch like that. So again, stick around all week, because I'm going to show you different things that you can do with the wings. Today we're just doing the basics. Okay, so we have the body and the wings. Okay, so now I'm looking at this little heart, because that is going to be how I want my paper angled to stamp the antenna. So I'm going to kind of stamp the antenna like that. And I can fit the stamped image right into the punch and punch that out. So let's put the bee together. And I'm going to use glue. So all you need to do is put a little bit of glue or a glue dot right on the tip of that heart. That's a little bit too much. I'll put a little bit on the antenna. And I'm going to put the wings right about there. And then the antenna, you have to put the glue on the front of the heart for the antenna, and they can go right about there. Okay, so that's how simple it is to put the bee together. Isn't he cute? I just love him, love him, love him. Okay, so we're going to do some more stamping, because I want to show you stamping with the flowers and all that. So I'm going to bring in this little piece right here, and we're going to stamp some of the stems, and we're going to use Old Olive. So I'm just going to stamp across here. I'm going to stamp 4 leaves. And I'm kind of going to go lower and higher. And I'm going to stamp some flowers in Sweet Sorbet. Just like that. Then I'm going to bring in my marker, and I'm just going to fill in the centers with Daffodil Delight. And it's starting to look really pretty. So now I'm going to bring in the little bee buzz, the little line part that shows the bee how he's flying. So our bee is going to go about right there. So I'm going to bring in Memento black ink, and I want that curly part to show. So I'm going to stamp about right there on this piece of cardstock. Like that. So on this card, I went ahead after I stamped everything like this. I ran it through an embossing folder. I used the exposed brick embossing folder, but for this one, I'm going to leave it plain. I really like just the shiny, plain, flat look for this one. I think it's going to look pretty. But we'll put all this together in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment, and in that, I'm going to use Versamark and some white embossing powder, and then heat it
So it really pops and shines on that sweet sorbet cardstock. And I'm going to stamp the words Be Mine in Versamark. I just love embossing. It just really makes such a big difference on your card. It really makes the sentiments pop. Okay, so let's put the card together. So I'm going to glue the designer series paper to the white layer and then both of those to the front of the card. If you're new to my channel and enjoying my cards and videos, don't forget to subscribe and then you'll get a notification whenever I go live. But I do my videos daily, weekdays at noon. Okay, so now we're going to take these two pieces and we're going to glue them together, and we're going to put our bee on here with a dimensional, and then we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. We're also going to pop up the sentiment with dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to take the backing off and stick this to the front of our card, and then I'm going to bring in these two pieces of the designer series paper, and I'm going to glue them down right behind that center focal point. Okay, so that's the front of the card. What do you think? Pretty, huh? So simple to use, that punch with that bee, and he really turned out cute. So let's stamp the inside. So I'm going to stamp a little bit of a line coming in here, and then stamp You Make My Heart Buzz, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the sweet sorbet. So I'll start with that first. And then I have this little piece of designer series paper, and I'm going to glue that to the inside of the card, and then I'm going to glue this to the sweet sorbet inside of the card. Okay, so there you go. Isn't that sweet? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the colors. And the colors are all predicated on that designer series paper, Daffodil Delight and Sweet Sorbet, and there's a couple other colors. And we're going to use all of that this week, so make sure you stay tuned. And also, beyond sharing my creative cards and videos with you, I'm also a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. So if you're looking for quality Stampin' Up! Products, I'm here to provide you some excellent customer service. Plus, when you shop with me, you'll enjoy free host code gifts as a token of my appreciation. Don't forget, celebration is going on now too, so that means with every $50 order, you get to choose something out of the celebration catalog for free. Also, go to my website, stampandshout.blogspot.com, for the project sheets. Also, down below, you'll have a link for the Be My Valentine bundle. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.